Hello, hello, peace, love, and blessings, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Philosophy with Z. I am Z. Thank you for joining me again on this journey of What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. Today we are on chapter 3. It's titled What Works and What Doesn't. So we've been going through his journey of looking at all these self-help books and all these teachings that sell millions. Like, I think in this chapter he mentions that over $200 million was made from the selling of self-help books in the United States alone. So he's wondering, why doesn't it seem to be working? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't know a lot of people who are successfully successful, that have their life together, that are really happy and enjoy what they're doing on a daily basis. And I say, like, enjoy what they're doing because success isn't necessarily a matter of what have you accomplished, like how much money have you made. It's like a progression. Like, success and happiness is a journey. It's not necessarily the destination. So I know a ton of people who are just not happy with what they're doing in life. Like, they literally don't like their job, they don't like their friends, they don't like their significant other, they don't like their house, their car, or maybe that's just the way they portray the things they talk about and complain about. So he's just wondering, like, what is missing? Why is it that there's all these resources out here that tell us about all these things that can make us have a happy and fulfilled life, but they don't seem to be working? And he talks about that there must be something missing. There must be some kind of missing key, because he literally spent 30 years. He said he spent 30 years researching and interviewing, talking to authors, talking to employees of businesses that create solutions about self-help and stuff like that. Like, he talked to so many people looking for the one little missing piece. And he thinks that that missing piece could be the glue that could hold it all together. And he actually lists out all of the formulas, the success formulas, all of the how-tos of self-help. And I'm actually going to read every single one of them because I just think it's interesting. There's a lot of them. And of all of his research, there was a lot of overlaps. So it's kind of like nothing new. They all just talk about the same stuff from different perspectives, and that's why there's a lot of overlap. So in his 30 years of research, these are all of the how-tos of how to be more successful, how to have a more fulfilling life, how to be happier. Believe in yourself, keep your priorities straight, take responsibility for yourself, create your own future, focus on what you want, learn to visualize the outcome of your goals, never let anyone control your destiny for you. Be creative, think big, control stress, be aggressive and assertive, think positively, chart your own course, set specific goals and review them often. Spend some time each day improving your mind. Review your results and readjust as necessary. Be tolerant, do everything with love, don't hate, have courage. Recognize that most of what we believe about life is an illusion. Be honest, work hard, believe money is good and it will come to you. Have faith. If you agree to do it, enjoy it. Be strong, show affection, manage your time, dress right, learn to sell yourself, take time off, believe in a higher self, eat right, live prudently, seek the aid of others who are in sympathy with your goals, give assistance to others, keep motivated, meditate, be optimistic, trust others and be worthy of trust, recognize that success is more than money, be kind, see the big picture, take care of the details, get organized, don't procrastinate, stay in control, keep fit, see problems as opportunities, learn everything you can about your job, don't be afraid of success, be generous to others, believe in God, reach a little higher than you thought you could, set your sights, take action, and never give up. So these are all of the keys to success that he has collected over the years. But what is the missing puzzle piece to true success and fulfillment? Well, I got that answer for you because he has that answer for us. And he found that it was missing 3 elements. One is the ingredient of permanence, because all external solutions are temporary. No matter how great the idea is, it's coming from outside of you. So it's a great idea. We have good intentions, but it's just some words in a book. Words don't teach. So you could breeze through a great self-help book, put it on the shelf, and chances are very great that you will go back to being exactly who you were before you picked up that book in just a matter of time. It's like 99% sure. I don't know the real statistics, but something like that. So that's the first one, permanence. And the second ingredient missing from all the success literature is a knowledge of the psychological processes of the human brain based on what we now know about actual mind-brain functions. So again, this was in the 80s. I believe that's what I said, in the 80s. Yes, 1986. So the fact that he knew these things then is just so mind-blowing to me, because here we are at the time of this recording. It's 2021, and that probably sounds really old to someone who is watching this like in the very distant future. It's so interesting how time and space is all bridged together, because I am recording this in this instant, but this is captured forever in time and space. Okay, anyway, I digress. It's just so interesting that he mentions this, because it's like, I don't remember ever hearing about this stuff. Like, I've just now this year started learning about the brain and how it functions and the programming and how all of this stuff works. And so the process of the brain is that it accepts information, aka programming, and that directs us. It just responds to the programming and directs us according to the programming. Honestly, much like a computer program. And our brains are supercomputers, just like organic supercomputers. So basically, to make any kind of permanent change, you've got to follow the rules of how your brain works. That is as simple as that, but it's not so simple. Like, we're all new to this. This is information that, like, I'm a pretty awakened, enlightened person, and I am still every day learning new things about myself and the world around me and the world within me too. Okay, so those are the first 2. And the last one, the third missing ingredient, is the most important of all. And that is creating a new word-for-word set of directions, new programming to the subconscious mind, which is the control center of the brain. So we literally need to create new vocabulary, new programming for our brains, so that we can erase the old programming with a positive, productive new set of directions. He says the only solution, which includes all of the 3 missing ingredients, is something called self-talk. And finally, that is what this is all about, is the self-talk. Now that he's finally told us what's going on, the following chapters get more into the nitty-gritty. So whatever you want to accomplish in your life, no matter how big or small it is, or no matter what the goal is, you can do anything. You can do anything you set your mind to. You simply need to change your old programming. And it's interesting because I hear a lot of people say things like, I don't want to be late. I don't want to get a bad grade. I don't want to miss the bus. I don't want to eat unhealthy. Um, I want to exercise, but I don't feel like it. So many negating words. These words like I don't want to, even if it's I don't want to be late. Like really what you're saying is I want to be on time. But why don't we just say that? I always thought that was so strange. Even myself, I would say that like, oh, I just don't want to be late. At the end of the day, in reality, I didn't care about being on time. I just didn't want to be late, which is kind of silly. Like I remember I would clock it to see, oh, if work is 23 minutes away, I need to leave 25 minutes before I have to be there. Like that's silly. I'm setting myself up for failure because I didn't account for it. The time it takes to walk to the car, turn it on, get the seatbelts on, adjust everything, set everything down. I didn't account for the 7 minutes it took to do all that. So we will continue to get the outcomes that are programmed into our subconscious mind until we reprogram ourselves. And simply reading a book one time is not it's not sufficient. That's just not going to cut it. And that's a big part of why I decided to do this podcast, because I am reading these books over and over and over. And this is not the first time I read it, and it won't be the last time I read it. And it's just like a, a convenient like excuse or reason for me to continue reading the book, because the best way to know something is to teach it. And even if no one is really watching this or listening to it, I am teaching by speaking it and expressing it. And I mean, hopefully one day I could like actually speak and converse with people. So I'm not just recording myself. It would be so cool to like have the experience of being live with people. You know, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And so as for myself on this journey of self-talk and changing my programming, what I'm currently experiencing now is building my confidence and my courage. And the best way to get through something is to do it. So instead of thinking I I don't want to be scared, I'm now thinking I want to be brave. I want to be courageous. So I'm doing things that are scary and uncomfortable. Like I have this course that I've been wanting to create on confidence building. And I call it Kaizen Confidence because the concept of Kaizen is a Japanese term that means progressive and progressive incremental progress. I said it twice. Okay. Incremental progress over time. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I like that because I realize that's what I've been doing. Like slowly but surely, that's what I've been doing over time. There's some things that like getting clean, I just stopped using all drugs and alcohol all at once. And every day I just committed to not using them. But other things in my life, I I think that it was better for me to do it incrementally, small changes. Like exercise, for example, that's something that I've been doing on and off for probably like 3 or 4 years. And I would have a good like month of a steady, consistent working out. And then inevitably, I would fall off and I would have months of not exercising. And I realized I'm really great at being consistent, but in the wrong way. I have more days of not doing it, and then I do it for a little while, and then I have a long period of not doing it. So now I have longer periods of exercise, and I might stop for a few days or a few weeks, but then I get back to it. And I'm really proud to say that my time frames of not doing it have decreased over time. So now when I'm not exercising, it's just my rest day. I take my rest days because that's something I was lacking before. I thought to be consistent and confident meant I had to show up and do it every single day, no matter what. And for some things like being clean or sober, not using drugs or alcohol, that's a thing you kind of have to show up for every day. But when it comes to other aspects of life, I give myself permission to take a day off. I can't speak for everybody, but I personally think it's okay to take a day off sometimes, especially if I'm tired or if I'm sick or if I'm on vacation. And I mean, granted, when I am on vacation, I'm usually in a hotel room and I still go to the workout room when I'm there, unless I'm doing something very physical while I'm on vacation. Like my last one, I walked like 20,000 steps in one day, like over 10 miles. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. I need to let my body rest. I don't need to do any kind of exercise right now. So that didn't derail my progress. I got back to it the next day, and I am still on the journey. So this Kaizen confidence, I am kind of combining that with this self-talk. I created my course. I just recorded it today, and I was on such a roll that I decided to record my podcast today, even though I am posting it in like 2 days. So you don't know the difference because you're watching it the day that it's posted, but that's okay. I'm just very transparent. I'll be saying whatever. So I have been ready to record these modules for my course on confidence for probably about 3 months. 3 months, and I just haven't done it because my self-talk was just like, you're not ready, you're not good enough, you don't have enough information, oh, it's not perfect yet, you have to tweak it, you have to add this, you have to do that, you have to do these worksheets and all this stuff. One thing I will say is that I was not confident in speaking on camera. So I started doing live videos on my social media. And if I wasn't doing a live video, I would still record a video and post it on my social media later. I did that for maybe like 20, 25 days, something like that. And I did that so that I could get confident with this. And that's also why I decided to start recording my podcast on video, so that I can get comfortable with like looking at myself. But I'm not really looking at myself. I'm looking at the tiny little like camera hole up in the corner, because I'm not talking to me, like I'm talking to you. So I just had to get like kind of comfortable with this. And ultimately this is all just practice. It's practice for me living my life, and it's practice for me being of service and being giving and doing what I love, helping people, sharing my experience and my wisdom to hopefully help other people and encourage other people to strengthen their own soul and do whatever it is that you want to do that makes you happy. Because I love this. This makes me so happy to be able to share my heart with people. And so today I did this World Summit event this past weekend with Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins and so many other amazing speakers. And after that, like, it really like got me back into my heart. I was in my head too much, thinking about all the things I had to do and how I had to be better and do better for my people, whoever needs to hear this. And it's funny because actually I was delaying people being able to hear this. And so I became so aware of my self-talk this weekend. And I realized things are not as hard as we think they are. We just think they're hard. We think that there's so much. We think that we're not good enough, but we are. Wherever you are perfect. You are exactly where you need to be. And when I just learned how to celebrate myself where I'm at and love myself where I'm at and talk to myself in a way that affirms me, then I can do anything. So I did. Today, I recorded my course. And as you are hearing this, it's out there. It's on my website. It's on mastermind.com. That is Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's like website for courses galore. If you want to learn anything from like how to make a potato gun to how to speak in public to how to market on social media, how to sing, how to do yoga, how to do art with your kids. Great, great site that has people just like me that do a thing and they love the thing they do. So they want to share it with people and teach them how to do the thing because they might love it too. So my course is on there, and it's also on my website, which is in the description, abstractlogic.me. So if you're interested in it, then please let me know, reach out, and you can purchase it on there, or I don't know. If you can't purchase it, I'll probably still hook you up with it because I'm in the early stages of my journey, and I really would love some feedback at this point with my podcast and with my course. If there's anything that you would like to hear or see or whatever, I'm here for you. I am of service to you, and I love you. Thank you for being here with me today. And next week, we will be on chapter 4 of What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, and it's called New Discoveries. So I'm excited about that. So until next time, peace, love, and blessings, beautiful, wonderful people.